Westinghouse, Studio One. Westinghouse, the name that means sureness. Whether it's on America's favorite roaster oven or the world's largest generators. Whether it's a product for your home or your business or your farm or your factory, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
One moment, please. Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. I'm sorry, Dr. Lawrence in surgery. May I take a message? Miss Sherbrooke. No, Mr. Cooper, I didn't call your name yet. You'll have to wait a little while longer. May I have your blue card, please? One moment, I'll connect you with the dietitian. Hold on, please.
Hi, Bobby. Step in the dining room, will you? I'm starved.
I got a chocolate bar you can have. Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon.
Hello, William. Dr. Sutton. I work right through lunch again. Could you fix up something for me now? Thanks. I'll be right down. And please, William, a fresh cup of coffee?
Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon.
Hello, Helen. How are you feeling?
Not so good.
Any word yet?
Dr. Claiborne says we'll know today. He'll read the x-ray.
Well, don't worry.
No, Mr. Cooper, not yet. You'll have to wait a little while. May I have your blue card, please?
My friend, what I am trying to make you understand is as easy as eating ice cream. Nothing happens unless it is drawn into our consciousness. Look, I got a busted hand. Nothing you say is going to change that. Your hand is broken only when you accept it as being broken. Therefore, it does not exist, my friend. No, listen to me, my friend. If a tree falls in the forest... But what's that got to do with this? Please, let me explain. Say a tree falls in the forest. Crash, it is down. But there is no one in this forest. So as far as the entire human race is concerned, this tree did not fall. The fact has not been impressed on anyone's consciousness. But it did fall, didn't it? Look, take this hospital. It's a big place. It's like the forest. All that is going on upstairs and downstairs is not happening. Oh, what are you talking about? Why, 1,000 things are happening here every minute. But not for us, not for you and me. Therefore, nothing is happening. Absolutely nothing.
Good afternoon. I'm sorry, Nicholson's on vacation. One moment, I'll connect you with Dr. Walker. Hold on, please.
Well, Miss Marmon, how are things going?
Good afternoon, Doctor. Not bad. Except for this heat. I was talking to Jerry in emergency. 4 cases of prostration since lunchtime.
Any messages?
Yes, please. The time? It's 2:45. Gee, I wish he'd get himself a watch.
Who's that?
Oh, Dennis and that fresh technician. Calls up every 10 minutes to ask what time it is. Here you are, Doctor.
Thank you.
Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. One moment.
Oh, excuse me, Doctor.
It's all right. How are you, Siobhan?
Oh, fine, Dr. Claiborne. I ain't died of winter yet.
Good for you. How's the traffic in first visits today?
Kind of heavy, Doctor.
Well, I'd like to get out of here by 5. Give me a couple of minutes, then start the ballroom.
Yes, Doctor. Oh,
And Dr. Kane is here.
Hello, Johnny.
Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. One moment, I'll connect you with the floor nurse. Hold on, please.
Get me the operating room supervisor.
Yes, Dr. Cole. Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. I'm sorry, there's no telephone in that room. I'm ringing the OR for you, doctor. One moment, I'll connect you with the floor nurse.
Hello, this is Dr. Caldwell. They just brought in an emergency. Ruptured appendix. Is Dr. Lauren busy? Well, I'll scrub up myself then. Call Dr. Sutton for the anesthesia. General, get me a white blood count and a differential stat. They're bringing her up right now. Her name is Ruth Sullivan. Will you see if you can reach Dr. Sutton for me?
Oh, he's in the dining room, doctor. I'll tell him to come to the OR.
Thank you.
Doctor?
Not now, soldier. You'll have to wait.
But, Doctor, you said I could see her. I only got in this morning. I haven't even had a chance to say hello to her.
In a little while, maybe. Before she's taken to the operating room. Come upstairs in a few minutes. Fourth floor.
Okay, thanks, Doc.
Hello, William? Will you tell Dr. Sutton to report to the operating room right away? Thanks.
May I have your blue card, please?
Oh, I'm not a patient. I'm just waiting.
Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. Shaunowitz? Here, she had a baby boy. 1 minute, I'll connect you with maternity. Hold on, please.
Where's that chocolate bar?
Here you are, doctor. Sorry. Emergency appendix.
Sure. But is it against the law to eat around here?
Yes, please. Oh, not again. Well, all right, I'll call the fourth floor nurse.
Mr. Riley, may I have your blue card, please?
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't bother. According to that guy over there, I ain't got no broken hand. It didn't happen. Nothing ever happens according to him.
No, 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 Mr. Cooper.
Well, Miss Capke? How they're complaining again. About that radio. Who's playing it anyway? Mrs. Rafferty? What's she doing, listening to the ball game? Yeah, 2 days ago we thought she was finished. Well, see what you can do about it. All right. Yes, please. Dr. Claiborne, one moment.
Yes? I see. Well, was the dressing changed today? Fine, fine. Give her a Deramo, 50 milligrams. Yeah, I'll stop by before I leave. Right.
Oh, it's you, Lewis. Come in.
What's the matter? Fish not biting?
Fish?
Yeah, your vacation. I expect you back for another week.
Something came up.
Oh, it's too bad. Mother come back with you?
Yes.
You've certainly been hopping around here. We haven't had an empty bed for a couple of weeks. Oh, a cigarette?
No.
What's this? It's addressed to me.
Well, that's just a note. It's so difficult to find you. I was going to leave it in your office. Now that you're here, I can tell you personally.
What is it?
It's bad, Lewis. It's very bad.
Not that bad. Needn't look as though the hospital is going to crash in on your head.
No, nothing will interfere with working at this hospital. Absolutely
I'm sorry,
nothing.
Ted,
The
I was
wounded, the curable, the incurables, we take care of them all. That's our work, Doctor. No half measures, wholehearted measures.
What are you getting
At
at?
this very moment, this organization is running with the precision of a clock. The operating rooms, the wards, the labs, even the dining rooms, the kitchens.
Well, that's just as it should be. You put the organization together
What
that
I'm
way.
trying to
and
say
a
is
good
that
job
one
you
man is only a small part of this hospital. The organization goes on, no matter what.
did. Just which man did you have in mind? Anyone in particular?
No. No.
You sound to me as though you're trying to convince yourself of something.
Well, you know how I feel about my work here, Lewis. It's meant everything to me. It's all I've got to show for life. I was never much of a surgeon. And I didn't want to hand out pink pills, so I became an administrator. That's a nice word for it. However, I've never really earned the title of doctor.
Oh, nonsense. What you've done here...
I'm not
more than
modest.
me.
I know my worth. And I'm dissatisfied with my bank account. Only now,
Yes, Ken?
I've got to tell you, Lewis, we're broke.
Broke.
Now try to understand. And don't think too badly of me. When you married my daughter, I wanted to help, and that's why I suggested that you let me invest what little money you had.
But I thought we were doing rather well.
No, but don't you read the papers? The Gordon Rebel Company is finished. I know. Certain people did all right, but they were wise enough to sell. I wasn't.
Gordon Rebel? I never realized you were buying that kind of stock. I thought it was steel, copper, rail.
Quiet. 7 or 8%? What kind of return is that? Oh, I know. 7 or 8% is better than this. Go on, say it.
It's true. I wasn't thinking. Well, how do we stand? Can we recover anything?
$1 or $2 a share. I bought it 65.
Well, I've got several patients waiting. I don't want to get behind, and I'm planning on driving out to the country tonight.
Lewis, I'm sorry. I thought I was doing the best thing for all of us.
Don't worry, we'll manage. Look, Ted, why don't you and Mother drive out to the country?
Yes, perhaps later, Lewis. I've some things to attend to just now.
Yes? Ted, you said some things I don't quite understand. I'm a little concerned about you.
About me? Don't be ridiculous. Get on with your work.
Do they mind if you smoke around here?
Sure, I don't know.
Hmm?
No, thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll put it out.
It's quite all right. I'll sit somewhere else.
Oh, no, please. You waiting for somebody, too?
No.
Mind if I talk?
No.
All I've got to talk about is my troubles.
You say it's easier to tell your troubles to strangers. I guess it's because you think you'll never see them again.
You know, that's true. Well, I remember a couple of weeks ago, I was hitchhiking from San Diego to L.A. I'm stationed near there.
You say California's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this fella gives me a ride, and before I know it, I'm spilling everything that's on my mind. Well, I tell him how I'm engaged to Ruth Sullivan. That's the girl's going to be operated on for appendix. Now I think I've made a terrible mistake. You see, Ruthie and me, we got engaged before I was drafted.
Lots of young people are doing that these days.
You too? Well, I must have been nuts to do it. I guess it was the going away. Leaving your family and friends, you want something to hang on to. That's natural, isn't it?
Certainly is.
The Army makes you grow up, though. Now I know what I want and what I don't want. And I can tell right away, too. I don't have to think about it.
What did she say when you told her?
I haven't told her. You see, they said I wasn't going to get a furlough. So a few days ago, I wrote Ruthie a letter. Told her exactly how I felt. Leave it to the Army to snafu a guy. 2 days after I send the letter, they give me the furlough. So I rushed back here, got in this morning, and went straight to Ruthie's place. They were waiting for the ambulance.
Oh, that's too bad.
If only I'd known I was going to get this furlough, I could have told her myself in person. It would have been a lot easier than this. Maybe I could have even held off telling her until she got better. Maybe they'll let me see her now if I go up. Thanks for listening.
No thanks necessary.
Look, maybe after a while I could... maybe we could talk some more?
I don't know if I'll be here very long.
Well, how about later?
No.
Please? It's going to be kind of a tough night for me. You don't know how tough, and if I could only be with somebody
I'm sorry, I can't.
You're not sore because of anything I said, are you?
No, but I can't see you anymore. If I'd known you were going to ask me, I never would have talked to you.
Oh, it isn't like that. It's just talking.
I'm sorry. Please, please, leave me alone.
Okay. No offense meant, I assure you. Bye.
Miss Cresswell. First patient, please.
All right, Miss Russell, you can go in.
I'm sorry, Mr. Cooper, but you'll just have to wait a little longer.
Yes, please. The elevator?
No, it isn't here. Of course it's running. Maybe they're loading something on it. Look, Mr. Chavon, wait a few minutes. What's the rush? Yes, please. Dr. Claiborne, one moment.
Excuse me. Yes? I see. Well, turn the case over to Dr. McGarrett. He'll handle it. Miss Russell, when will it be convenient for you to enter the hospital?
Enter the hospital?
Yes, now, mustn't feel like that. The Hudson General's a fine hospital. It's one of the best.
Couldn't I be treated outside?
No. Mustn't be afraid. Hospital's the best place in the world when you're sick.
But how sick? How sick am I?
Oh, yes, that's difficult to say. The x-rays.
Yes. Yes, Siobhan. Johnny, what about him? I'll tend to it later. I said I'll tend to it later. I can't be bothered with Johnny now.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, Helen, you say that there's no history of this in your family.
As far as I know, Doctor, I'm the only one.
Mm-hmm. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a manicurist in a beauty parlor.
Oh, you like it?
Not too bad.
You go out much, Helen? Good times, I mean, dancing?
I used to, but not anymore.
Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah. Get enough sleep always?
Oh, yes. My folks are very strict about me getting in by 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know about this yet.
Well, Helen, there's something here. Hello, Miss Marmon? Miss Marmon, will you get the electrician up here to take... Miss Marmon? Miss Marmon! Oh, what's gone wrong?
What? I don't know. Hang up, please. No, please, hang up. I don't know what happened.
What is it? What's the matter?
The building's trying to get me. Something's happened to the electric power.
What the hell's going on out here?
Handle it. I just can't. Doctor, what's going to happen? What's going to happen in the operating room?
Return now to Westinghouse Studio One and the hospital.
So as far as the entire human race is concerned, this tree did not fall. The fact has not been impressed on anyone's consciousness.
But it did fall, didn't it?
Look, take this hospital. It's a big place. It's like the forest. All that is going on upstairs and downstairs is not happening. Oh, what are you talking about? Why, 1,000 things are happening every minute in this place. But not for us, not for you and me. Therefore, nothing is happening. Absolutely nothing.
Western General Hospital, good afternoon. I'm sorry, Dr. Michelson's on vacation. One moment, I'll connect you with Dr. Walker. Hold on, please.
Well, Miss Marmon, how are things going?
Good afternoon, Doctor. Not bad. Except for this heat.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jerry in emergency. 4 cases of prostration since lunchtime.
Yeah. Any messages?
Yes, please. The time? It's 3:15. Gee, I wish he'd buy himself a watch.
Who's that?
Oh, Dennison, that fresh technician. Calls up every 10 minutes to ask what time it is. Here you are, Doctor.
Thank you.
Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon.
Oh, excuse me, Doctor.
That's all right. How are you, Siobhan?
Oh, fine, Dr. Claiborne. I ain't died of winter yet.
Good for you. How's the traffic on first visit today?
Kind of heavy, Doctor.
Well, I want to get out of here by 5, so give me a couple of minutes and start the ball.
Yes, Doctor. Oh, and Dr. Kane is here.
Oh, Janica.
General Hospital, good afternoon. One moment, I'll connect you to the coroners. Hold on, please.
Broke their heart again, but they couldn't do nothing about it. Wasn't their spot of steel. What? Don't you know it's where the city berries folks that ain't got the money to do it for themselves. Poor McClanahan. He was a good husband, but not one penny did he make in the whole 3 years we was married. 3 years. You'd think a man could accidentally earn a few dollars in 3 years. Broke my heart to see him put away like that. I'm the type that likes to see a soul laid to rest proper, with a bit of mourning and a bottle of good Irish whiskey passing hand. But by heaven, it won't happen to me. When I go out, I'm going out decent. Did I tell you about the coffin I bought it for myself? You tell me. Silver handles, that is. And the most beautiful polished wood you ever laid eyes on.
They want some clean sheets and pillowcases on the 4th floor. You know them operation rooms are running blast all day long. Will you get them for me, Lola?
Oh, operation rooms. I had my fill of them when Moriarty passed down, rest his soul.
They in some town, Lola.
He never come out of the ether, he didn't.
Oh, and say, Dr. Lauren wants a clean jacket, Laura.
I'm talking about Moriarty. He was me second. And if I do say it myself, he had one of the biggest funerals it's ever been me misfortune to witness.
Have you said quite a time, eh?
You're a hazen man, Joe Siobhan, to say a thing like that. I was all broken up over Moriarty, rest his soul, but I was glad to see him put away. Oh, he's got himself a real snoot, folks.
You know, quiet, John. Don't leave him, baby.
I wish to stay in the kitchen where he belonged and leave us alone. You keep him away from here, Joe Siobhan. We're decent women. We don't want the likes of him about.
Hey, do you want something here, Johnny K?
Hot. I turn the heat off.
Sure, it's hot. It's the hottest day we've had this summer, you know. Say, you know it's cooler than the other building. Say, why don't you go to your place and lie down? Now, turn on the fan and get some sleep. Here, I'll give you a hand.
It's too hot. It's too hot.
No, he'd better watch himself. If Dr. Kane caught him tipping the bottle again, he'd fire him, sure.
Why don't you turn off the furnace? The skin's too hot.
Hey, I gotta get this stuff up on the 4th floor. Hey, I'll hurry back. Son, he won't bother you, though, anyway.
Well, he better not. We got a double wash today.
Hot. The skin's too hot. It's boring.
Wind up. Sit. Fastball. In there for a called strike. Now look at the batter. 240 for the field. Here's the pitch. It's a hit. Well, looks like that one is gone. No, it hit the left field fence. It's getting away from Radford. Here's Milligan round at second. Radford finds the ball. Throws to third.
What floor? This is Miss Cappy. Oh, it's Mrs. Rafferty. She's listening to the ball game. I've asked her a dozen times. All right, I'll tend to it.
Jones is standing in now. With one out, the outfield is playing for the sacrifice. Here's the pitch. Low outside. 1-0. Sheldon didn't like that call. Walker goes out to the mound and says something to him. Sheldon's yelling something at the umpire. Walker's trying to quiet him down. Hit.
Can I see Miss Sullivan now? Ruth Sullivan.
I'm sorry, she's being pressed for surgery.
But Dr. Caldwell told me to come up here. He said I could see her for a minute.
She's already been given a sedative.
Please, it's very important.
All right, soldier, I'll tell you what. I'll be wheeling her through here in a minute.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Hey, hot, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You're going to use that elevator, ain't you? If you ain't, close the door and give someone else a chance.
Miss Marvin, is the elevator down there? I just wondered if it's running. Oh, yes, I know I called before. No, no rush, Miss Marvin. I just asked if you knew anything about it.
Did you hear what I said? Give someone else a chance to that elevator. Hard, is it? Well, what do you go pouring more heat into yourself for? You have to be ashamed of yourself.
Only a minute now.
Ruthie? Steve? Ruthie, you all right? I gotta explain about that letter I wrote you. Ruthie, do you understand? Can you hear me? About that letter.
No use, I'm afraid. She's under pretty deep.
I've got to make her understand. I've got to. Ruthie.
I'm sorry, the anesthetist is waiting.
Doctor, how is she?
Are you her husband?
No, a friend.
Is her family here?
They live out in the country. I call them long distance.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, but she didn't know me. If anything should happen to her...
Now, relax, soldier. I never lost an appendix patient yet.
Thanks, Doc. Can I wait here?
Wait downstairs. I'll get with
You can do something about him. Looks like he's gone clean out of his head.
No, I don't want to get him into trouble. Dr. Kane said he'd fire him the next time he did this.
The man's sick off. You don't go up and tell Dr. Kane I will.
Look, I'll quiet him down. You see, I'll try and get him to get back to his room to get some sleep. If get in trouble, just stay here.
Turn out the heat! Turn out the furniture!
Oh, come on, fella. Now, be a good fella. I'll take you back to your room the next time.
Get out of there!
You're just wasting your time. Go do like I told you before he bashes your brains.
Excuse me. Did that girl, the one I was talking to, leave?
She's in Dr. Claiborne's office.
Oh.
Let's look at it this way, my friend. If I was dead, would I know what was going on at this moment? Of course not. Well, if I'm not present when something's happening, it's the same as if I was dead. Now, about your broken hand... Ah, knock it off, will you? Look, if something happens, it happens. It don't make no difference who knows about it. It happens. Yes, but you must take into consideration, my friend, now.
Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. One moment, I'll connect you with Dr. Reed. Hold on, please. What's the matter, Siobhan?
Miss Marvin, can I talk to Dr. Kane right away?
Oh, I'd rather not disturb him, Janet. Not unless he's really urgent.
But this is urgent, Miss Marvin. It's Jarnicke.
Uh-oh, can't you handle him?
No, I don't want to take the responsibility.
All right, take it on that phone.
Dr. Kane? Joe Siobhan. Say, I'm sorry to bother you, Doctor. It's Jarnicke.
Carney? What about him? Well, I'll tend to him later. I said attend to him later. I can't be bothered with Jarnicke now.
Mind?
What'd you say?
Oh, he just bit me head off, that's all.
Is Jarnicke really bad?
Well, it isn't so much the drinking. He's acting kind of funny.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get one of the orderlies to come down and give you a hand. Try to get him out of the building if you can.
Okay, call Tommy. He's the only one big enough to handle him.
Hello, Freddie? Is Tommy there? Well, get a hold of him. Will you tell him to call me right back? Yes, Dr. Kane? You're home right away, Doctor. Yes, please. Dr. Claiborne? All right.
How's she taking it?
Okay, Doctor. Almost ready.
Who's rotating?
Miss Kapke, she's outside.
She should be here.
You better stay away from him.
Johnny, come on now, be a good fella. Come on, let's go out where it's cool. Listen, we'll get us a couple of bottles of cold beer.
Yes.
How about that?
Slow on.
Ah, take him and dump him in the rubbish heap. It's all he's good for.
Now, you be quiet. You've no call to talk about him like that. It seems to me you spend so much time worrying about what's going to happen to you when you're dead that you pay no thought at all to the problems of the living. He's had a hard life, Janica had.
Don't talk to me about a hard life. I've had my own share of problems.
Oh, so we all have. But some of us get more than is coming to us. Now, you're always making jokes about his drinking. Maybe there's good reason for it. Maybe it's because his wife was a patient here, and he took this job to be near her. Then, when she died, there was no place else for him to go. No friends. Nobody. Seems to me we ought to be more forgiving for a man like that.
You make me proper ashamed of myself, don't you, Vaughn?
Well, now that you know the truth of things, I wouldn't think much of it if you weren't. You see, Dr. Kane knows about Janica. That's why he gave him this chance here. And Dr. Kane stands to lose more than we do if Janica makes trouble. Say, what do you say, fella? Let's get out of here.
Yes, hot.
Sure, it's a killer. Huh. Why, this is the hottest day we ever had for a long time. Here, let me give you a hand. Come on now. We go outside and we have a couple of bottles of cold beer. How about that? And then maybe we'll have a couple more bottles, huh? Sure. No, it's going to be all right.
No! No!
You suppose Hudson General forgot to pay its light bill?
Miss Kapke! Miss Kapke!
Yes, Doctor?
What happened?
I don't know, Doctor.
Is the hall dark, too?
Yes.
In the name of heaven, switch on the emergency unit!
Yes, sir.
Nurse!
Short circuit, Doctor. The emergency's gone, too.
We return now to Westinghouse Studio One and the hospital.
Yes?
Ted, I didn't quite understand some of the things you said. I'm a little concerned about you.
About me? Don't be ridiculous. Get on with your work. Get me Fred Manville at Federal Insurance and Annuity. ahead. That's fine, fine. I want to talk to you about that annuity you sold me in 1939. What do you figure it's worth now? Oh, 20,000 or so, I see. All right, thank you. What? No. Oh, no, I was just figuring some assets. The income tax department called me up about an item. That's all. Goodbye. Yes? Yes, Siobhan? Johnny, what about him? Well, I'll attend to it later. I said attend to it later. I can't be bothered with Johnny now.
Yes, Dr. Kane? You're home right away, Doctor.
I make this statement for the police. In a few moments, I will, by my own hand, take my life.
No! Oh. I'm going to turn off the heat! I'm going to turn it off! No!
The fact will need no explanation, especially to those who are close to, especially to...
No! You can't do that! You can't do that! No, the heat's gonna stay on! The turn it off's gonna stay on!
Oh, get on, down with your mind. Put on the switches. Do something, for heaven's sake. Do something.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. Please, hang out.
What is it? What's the matter?
The building's trying to get me. Something's happened to the electric power.
What's going on out here?
I can't handle it. I just can't. Doctor, what's going to happen? What's going to happen in the operating room?
Get Kelly.
It's Kelly's afternoon off. Siobhan usually takes over.
Well, then get Siobhan. Hurry.
The power will come back on in a minute, I'm sure.
Doctor, I can't reach anyone on the phone.
Then get a flashlight. Hurry!
Yes, sir.
Please, get off the phone.
Hello.
Oh, is Joe Siobhan there? If you'll just have patience. Oh, I can't get anybody, Doctor. They're all trying to get me.
You can call outside, can't you?
Yes, Doctor.
Or phone the light company. Tell them to get somebody over here right away. Emergency.
Doctor, I heard Siobhan telling you that Jarnicki was acting up again. Maybe he's down in the laundry taking care of him.
We'd better go down and have a look.
Hold that light up higher. Higher!
Now, you be a good fella. Come away from there, Siobhan. Come away, Jonica. Now look, think of all them sick folks upstairs, in the elevators, in the operating rooms, all over the place. What if something should happen to them? Ah, you wouldn't want that on your conscience now.
Stand back! Keep away from me!
Listen, Jonica, the switches have got nothing to do with the furnace.
I turn the heat off. It's gonna stay that way. Now don't come near! Don't come near!
The main power switch is pulled and I can't get at it.
All right, Johnny, now put that down and come away from the...
Stand back!
Oh, look out, Dave. That took Siobhan's head clean off with that.
I said stand back!
What started all this? Has he been drinking heavily?
Yes, sir, but it ain't that so much. Looks like he's gone quite out of his head. He's been complaining about the heat. Wanted the furnace to be shut off.
One of the furnace... Yes, it is hot. It's much too hot in here. Why do you keep it so hot in here? I'm not talking to you. You, Siobhan, you're responsible when Kelly isn't here. Johnny, you're absolutely right. You go and turn that heat off at once.
But, Doctor...
Go ahead, turn the heat off at once.
But, Doctor...
Do what I say!
Yes, sir.
Hurry it up. That's all right, Johnny. It'll be cooler now in a moment. I don't think you ought to stay down here. Dr. Claiborne?
Yes, Doctor.
You get Jarnicki a nice room on one of the top floors. You see, he's allowed to stay there until he's rested.
All right, Doctor. The heat's off now.
Good, good. Well, you can feel the difference already, can't you? Well, let's go, Johnny. You're going to have a nice room, cool room with an electric fan.
No!
What's the matter, Johnny? We've always been friends, haven't we? You and I, and you want to go on being friends, don't you?
Ted, watch out.
Well, I'll take care of it. You find out how things are upstairs.
Oh, me heart's going a mile a minute. Everything happens on days we got a double wash.
Oh, praise be for little things. Couldn't have happened at a better time. Nor to a more frightened doctor.
Can you get through to the 4th floor now?
It's all clear, Doctor.
See how they came out in the operating rooms.
Yes, sir.
Fourth floor. Oh, yes, Mommy, thanks. Everything's okay. Well, I've been rotating between Dr. Caldwell's appendectomy and Dr. Lauren's laparotomy. Oh, really, Miss Marmon, I don't know either of the gentlemen that well.
6 innings. 2 down.
Oh,
1 and 2
no.
on the batter. They're playing deep. Kessler taking a good lead off second. Here's the windup, the pitch.
No damage.
Oh, well. I'll never get out of here by 5. Now, let's take a look at that X-ray again. Helen, you have any work done on your teeth recently?
I had one pulled about 2 months ago.
Did you take gas?
Yes,
Do you know if it was a tooth that was filled before?
that's right.
You know if it broke when it was extracted?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it did.
Uh-huh. Yes. That must be it. The onset of your cough coincides with the tooth extraction. Do you know what an abscess is?
Sort of.
Well, it's pretty clear from your X-ray report that yours is caused by a foreign body.
Doctor, what I want to know is, have I got...
No, Helen. Not at all. No trace of it.
Oh, I thought I did. Coughing like that.
Well, the symptoms are very much alike, but you've got nothing to worry about. You're in the clear. Make you feel better?
Oh, gosh, Doctor, you don't know.
Take this over to our social services department in the main building tomorrow morning. We'll have you out of here in a week's time, as good as new.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Hello.
Hi.
How's your friend?
Don't know yet. Thought you didn't want to have anything to do with me.
I had to tell you something.
Yeah?
I wanted you to know that what I said, it didn't have anything to do with you.
Doesn't matter.
I appreciated what you told me about not wanting to be alone when you had so much trouble.
You're the darndest, kid. What's your name?
Helen.
You all through with the doc?
Oh, yes. Would you like me to stay till you hear about your friend?
Sure. And how about later?
Oh, well, I have to get home early. Is that all right with you?
That's just fine with me.
Lose something, Ted?
No, it's not important. Everything's all right upstairs?
Yeah, fine. You're great, Ted. You really had me scared when you walked up to that drunken bruiser. Good thing you were around. Hate to think what might have happened if you hadn't been.
Yes, I guess we all do our share, one way or another.
Yeah. Some more than others, though. Good deal more than others.
All right, Mrs. Schönbrunn, you can go in now. No, Mr. Cooper, I'm sorry. You'll have to wait a little longer.
Miss Creswell, was anyone in my office while I was out?
I don't think so, Doctor. I really didn't notice.
Miss Marmon, did you go in my office?
Yes, Doctor, I did.
How dare you? All right, Miss Creswell, you'll relieve Miss Marmon. Come with me.
Yes, Doctor.
Why did you do it?
Well, I got a terrible habit, Doctor. I listen in on conversations. I heard you talking to Mrs. Kane before.
Of course you realize this means your dismissal.
I don't care. Not if it stops you. That. Oh, I've been sick ever since I picked it up. How could you do such a thing, Dr. Kane? How could you?
Stop it. Stop crying.
I can't.
Stop it, I say!
You want me to leave right away?
Get out. Go on back to your switchboard.
Say, you ought to see the room McGee Janicki. Right on the top floor.
How is he?
Oh, sleeping like a baby. The doctor says he'll be all right after a good rest.
That's good. Yes, please. Soldier? Yeah, he's here. All right, I'll tell him.
Is that about Miss Sullivan?
Yes, Dr. Caldwell sent word from the operating room that Miss Sullivan's going to be all right.
Great. Can I see her?
And they'll be through in 15 minutes.
Creswell? Next patient.
Mr. Cooper? Mr. Cooper! Now, Mr. Cooper, now!
Oh, you leaving for the day? Yes, I thought I'd spend some time with Lucy. She hasn't been feeling very well lately.
Oh, give her my love.
By the way, I want a staff meeting here tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, general staff meeting. I don't like the way things have been going since I've been on my vacation, much too lax. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock sharp.
All right, Ted.
Ah, baloney. You know what's the trouble with you? You're like those guys that paint those screwy pictures with a lot of upside-down arms and heads sticking out all over the place. Well, this isn't tough enough to understand, right? To make it real tough, they put a stewed mushroom right in the middle.
My friend, I am afraid you do not understand the art of abstract thinking. Well, it takes time, although there is no such thing as time. Time is only an illusion.
It's great. It's just great. First you tell me nothing ever happens. And now you tell me there's no time?
Yes, please. Oh, it's you again. The time is exactly 3 o'clock. Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. One moment, please. Hudson General Hospital, good afternoon. I'm sorry.
This is Paul Branson saying goodnight for Westinghouse, who have made more than 40 million products for the American home. We hope you'll be with us again next week. Support the 46th annual Christmas seal sale and help stamp out tuberculosis. Buy your Christmas seals tomorrow. And now until next week, good night.